Hey everybody, how's it going? Friday night in the shop. A little chilly in here tonight, but we ain't got time to be cold, do we? We're Canadians here, eh? Just gonna drink a little go juice, hot chocolate. I do not partake in the alcoholic beverages these days, very rarely. If you do, that's okay. The Tin Man's too hyper and having too much fun with hot chocolate to drink the boozage. I'm gonna take another sip. Gotta wet the whistle. We got lots to talk about today. Okay, how's it going, everybody? We made it through another work week. Good to see you all yesterday. Thank you to everybody that went and checked out Nick Pixel TV's channel. I really like that guy. He's a good dude. And I'm happy to give him a shout out. Really, just if I can help anybody with my channel, if I can help them grow their channel, I'm going to do it. So there'll be more shout outs in the future. That's the way it goes, guys. You've put me in this position. If I can help other guys that are putting work in and putting good content out, that are good folks, I'm going to do it every time. So thank you for allowing me to have the podium to be able to help other channels. I appreciate it, guys. We got the McCullough here, Super Pro 70, or what's left of it. Guys, I got just right into this one. We got it here. We fired it up a week ago, Friday night in the shop. We fired this thing up and I put it on the bench, and I was staring at it all week, and I was like, oh man, I gotta get these mounts fixed. I'm gonna do a video on repairing the mounts on this. I found some generic mounts that we can drill 4 holes, bolt them right in place, and we have a fixed McCullough. Stay tuned for that. I can't wait to make that video. It's so simple. It'll cost you about $10 and you can fix McCullough mounts. So we'll do that. I'll give you guys measurements of the mounts that I found. They look like they're gonna literally, you cut your worn rubber out of your McCullough mounts, drill 2 holes and put the mounts in between. If cross your fingers, if that's the way I think it's gonna go. I'm excited for that one. Stay tuned. So basically, guys, I started looking at this thing on the bench and I'm like, well, I gotta tear it down. So I did the tear down video for you guys, and I just got really into it. We like what we like, right? And I like old power saws. My name should be Tin Man Power Saws. It's kind of a running joke with myself and a few buddies because I like the old stuff. I don't know why, but I tend to like everything that's old. Like that 83 YZ490 that's sitting right there. I'm sure a few of you have seen it. My lathe is 70 years old. I'm like that. I like old music, old power saws. I was born in the wrong era, I guess. That's just how I am, guys. So I got all yippity skippity for this thing. I'm like, yeah, McCullough. And it's a turd saw, so I got no problems tearing it apart and grinding on it. The other one that we got, that ProMac 55, that thing's pristine. I'm just going to run that for a while and enjoy it because it's a good running saw. It starts, it runs. That, as a stalker, I'm really happy with that. And I've been running it a lot. Jack, thanks again, buddy. I really enjoy that power saw. But this one, it's clackety and worn, and it has missing fasteners and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, why not? So I jumped right into that, guys. Buckle up because we're going for a ride on this. I want to see what kind of power I can get out of a Mac. I've seen other people port them. I have no idea what I'm doing in this one. I'm basically, guys, I get emails every week. And it's a reoccurring theme. How do you know what numbers? I don't, guys. If I've never ported a power saw before, I have no idea what the numbers are. And I'm serious. I look at the saw. First thing, guys, squish. How tight's the squish? Can we make it tighter? Well, this is a clamshell. Can you make it tighter? 2 ways to do it. Drop the cylinder. Let's bring you guys right in here. Because I'm just going. I'm on fire today, guys. Okay. Okay, here's your McCullough clamshell. Okay, do you guys see I had a few of you guys ask me, you see what's going on there? The bottom of the cylinder captures the bearing, okay? So that's what's going on there. So if you want to machine this cylinder, that's fine, but you gotta precisely machine these bearing surfaces, okay? So that's what's going on there, guys. Not super easy, and the squish on this is very loose. It's like 45, 50 thousandths. Where, to compare, I grabbed, I don't even know what this is. I think it's 266. Okay? This 266, if I want to tighten the squish on these, now generally with these, you pull the base gasket out. This unit right here, right? Pull your base gasket out, and you're left on these 22, 25 thousandths squish. Beauty. Drop your cylinder down, retime it, check your port timing, and go to town, right? Well, we can't do that on this Mac. So, this is a whole other set of problems, because the squish on this is really loose, which means, here's the exhaust side. If I raise this exhaust port too much, I'm going to lose a lot of compression, which this thing's already wanting more compression the way they're set up. So this has got me going on McCullough's. Other people port them. Well, I might as well give her a go, right? I'm going to bring you guys back out here. We're going to do this in one take. Underneath Tin Man's bench. Look at all the mess, guys. That was full of parts. I just cleaned all that up. Let me tell you, the mess that I make in this shop sometimes, it's mind-blowing. I'm like a mad scientist though, guys. I can't stop. Once I get going on a saw or whatever I'm working on, I just go. Been working on my air compressor, which is over by the wood stove. We got to change a regulator on that thing. The on-off switch. What do you call it? Pressure switch. I have to buy a new pressure switch. Maybe I'll do that on video. It doesn't shut off. It turns on, but it won't shut off, which has been a pain. The #1 most used tool in this shop is that air compressor for blowing saws out. Saws that look like this with all that crap in there. So we're gonna have to deal with that. Typical, you know, things break along the way and you gotta just fix them. So anyhow, back to the McCullough. So I gotta figure out, guys, how am I going to port this in the Tin Man style without raising compression? Now, remember, guys, I have a lathe. I don't always use my lathe. I would say 30% of the time I use my lathe. The rest of the time, I just rip the base gasket out, I glue her down, and she's good. I've never had a base gasket leak with Moto Seal, ever. Over how many saws? I don't even know how many saws I've done that to. I have never had one leak. And it gets -40 to +40 Celsius here, which is -40 Fahrenheit to 105, 110 Fahrenheit. I've never had a problem with Moto Seal leaking. So, but in this circumstance, this is all new for me. Guys, I've never ported a clamshell. So, but again, that's what this channel is about. This is the channel if we all get to learn together. And so this thing's been in my brain, and it's like, okay, what can I do? Well, we know it's 70 cc, so we got that on our side. 70 cc is better than 58, but I'm thinking, I made that home light rip. It was 463 steps to do it, and a lot of head scratching, a lot of afternoons going back and forth with the Iron Horse, Mr. Harvey. Thank you, Harvey. Over what I was going to do with this thing, bouncing ideas off back and forth with him. And so let's go into this with a fresh viewpoint, a fresh thought pattern. Every saw I do, guys, I go in with a fresh mindset. And I try not to force the design to my will. I bend my will to what I see inside the power saw, if that makes sense. So this is going to be a trip. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. I've been thinking about it all week. I have timed it. I made a video for you guys timing Super Pro 70. I'm going to try and set up my timing wheel as many times as I can on every saw that I port. I want you guys to get used to setting up a timing wheel and zeroing it. That's the number one part to porting. Okay? So, there you guys go. That's what's going on with this. Stay tuned. Now, moving forward, let's make sure we're still going here. Jeez, 10 minutes, Tin Man. Let's move this over a little bit. Move you guys into here. This little mount going here. Bring you guys back here a little bit, okay? Okay, let's move this power saw over. We got the Echo. I gotta show you guys something. Just gotta find me a wrench. Can't remember what size this is. Is it this one? Hold on a second here, guys. I gotta grab a proper wrench. Okay, 15 millimeter. 14 millimeter, sorry, 14 millimeter. So, to reiterate my thoughts on this power saw, now that it's muffler mounted, it definitely runs better. How much more power? It's hard to say. It definitely pulls harder. It doesn't get as hot, and it continues to run good for longer. I find these stock saws that are really gummed up, they start to get warm, especially when you're bucking, and then you really got to be Johnny on the screwdriver with your carburetor, or it will start getting lean. Ooh, she dirty. Give me a second here, guys. Actually, I'll just leave it like this. I want to show you guys something. A subscriber, just give me a second here, guys. A subscriber, again, you guys, see that? You guys, you guys are just, again, I can't believe, oh, I see, I dropped the part already. I can't believe the support. You guys. Okay, so, not sure what this doohickey does. Does anybody know what this doohickey's for? A screwdelator, I think they call it. I don't know. I'll have to look. Anyhow, you guys are just so supportive of this channel. Okay, gotta loosen this off a little bit. Dougie messaged me, and he's like, hey, what's your address? I want to mail you something. He bought this for the channel, guys. Everybody thank Doug. Super appreciated, buddy. I have not put it on. I wanted to put it on live. Oh, yeah. Oh, guys, that's good stuff right there. You know, I've had this saw, I don't even know how long this saw. I'll have to ask my buddy when he gave it to me. Maybe it was last year, year before. I just remember we were at the wood pile, and he had this in the back. He said, take it home and do something with it. And I was like, thanks, buddy. Thank you. And I always pondered, what would this thing look like with a real chain brake on it? Well, here we go. I have never done this before. Let's see what we got. I'm going to make a little, this Husqvarna mount bar is a little loose on the Echo. I mean, it works, but it could be a little bit tighter. Oh yeah. Thank you, Doug. Everybody thank Doug. He, Mr. Doug Philbeck, he reached out and said, hey buddy, I want to do you solid. Oh yeah. Well, let's get a close up here, guys. That thing looks like, is this no longer a turd saw? I don't know. Wow, that actually It actually looks like something now. Fits perfect. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Wow, that's cool. I've never seen this like all together. Okay, well, that's cool. Okay, well, I think we might have to do some more cutting with this. Sorry guys, I blocked you there. Might have to do some cutting with this. That's got to add at least half a horsepower, I reckon. That's cool. Thanks, buddy. So, the question is to base gasket delete or not. You know what, guys? I've been running this saw, and if we delete the base gasket, it's going to pull marginally harder. But I honestly don't think. In fact, let's check the squish right now on film. Okay, it's right here. I'm going to put you guys in my new mount, and let's check the squish. Okay, we got this nice little camera mount tripod presented by Miss Lisa Shear. Thank you, Lisa. She hooked me up. Again, I'm just some guy bumbling in his shop, and all of you out there you guys just keep helping me out. I am absolutely taken back by the support. The gratitude is flowing, and it will continue to flow. I'm not used to this, guys and gals. Lisa, thank you. This tripod is incredible. Like, look, we can get shots that we never could get before, which is only going to make the content better and better. Okay, this solder is probably slightly too big, but we will find out. Again, guys, take your solder. Look at that one, eh? Whew, that's a good cut. Somebody should wear gloves when they're working with sheet metal, but they don't. Old school. Okay. I have a feeling that the solder is going to be... There we go. Okay, pull her over a couple times. Pull her back. Okay, guys. Let's move you back here. Calipers. What do we got here? You guys can see the same time I do. Okay, got our dial calipers, zeroed it out. $42 thousandths squish, 42.5 thousandths. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, we could pull the base gasket out of this saw. No problems there. Let's talk about this. Okay, just checking out the spark plug, golden brown. Actually super clean, so I wouldn't even consider this a good plug reading. It looks like it was a little on the lean side, but again, the saw ran fine, no issues. So I do read plugs, guys, but not... I take into consideration how the saw's running too. It is on the brown side, maybe a little on the lean side of brown, if you guys know what I'm saying. Okay, so at 42.5 thousandths, for sure we could rip the base gasket out of this. I might just do that, guys. You guys are asking about the tripod that I got right here. It's a UV size tripod. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, because you know, some of you guys shoot video, it's bendy, so you know, you could wrap it around your arm or mount it to your steering wheel or whatever, and you know, it's rigid enough. If you can't afford a fancy tripod, this will do the job, guys. It's like 15-20 bucks, I think. It works really well though. So for those of you that are shooting videos, if you need something to, you know, shoot on your bench top, there's a good option. Okay, I'm rambling on. I can pull the base gasket out of this. My problem is it's going to slow this saw down. Because again, if you refer back to my cutaway video, what does a base gasket delete do? It's in my timing wheel playlist. That's another thing, guys. If you're interested in any topic, go into my playlist. I've been maintaining my playlist since day one on this channel. There's a still playlist. I'm starting an Echo playlist. There's 266 playlists, stuff like that. So if you're looking for a specific thing on a saw, maybe dig into my playlist. There's a lot of videos in there. So try to keep it neat and organized for you guys so that it's a little bit easier if you're looking for something. But this saw, it's going to be torquier and slower. I want it to be faster, which means I want to port this thing and raise the exhaust roof, guys. So we're going to have to dig into this thing. We will pull the top end off on film. We have to inspect the top end and see where it's at. Just because it looks good through the exhaust port, which it does, or it did. We haven't looked at it for a while, right? Doesn't mean that it's in good shape. But this tells me it's in good shape. Funny, 42,000 squish, which is a porter's nightmare, and ridiculous compression. So I could probably get away with raising the exhaust roof on this and not losing too much compression the way it is. But we're going to take the base gasket out and we're going to port this thing. And we'll do it on film with my new handy dandy tripod and some good lighting. I should be able to get, I've never ported on film before, guys, but let's try it. Let's see if we can get some shots and without making it a 4-hour long video, because that's probably how long it's going to take me start to finish. But let's give her a go. We'll port this thing on video and see what we can get out of it. I'm gonna go for a good medium ported work saw. I'm not gonna go stupid with this thing because it is original bottom end and that kind of thing. You guys see what I'm saying? I'm going to make this a good, strong work saw, I promise you that. We've already timed it, we already have the numbers, so let's see what we can do with this. She looks good now. Okay, well, that's Friday night in the shop. I'm going to get up early tomorrow, and I'm probably going to dig into this and or that Mac. Man, I like that Mac. Thank you, Caleb. Again, the support for this channel is incredible. It drives me to work harder and do more videos and better content. So thank you guys. I'm just one man working in his shop, and the outreach of support is incredible, and it's making it easier for me to do this kind of stuff. Yeah, I feel like I have a team of you out there hunting for parts, saws, you know, bouncing ideas back and forth with me, and that's what I need, guys. It's fun, I enjoy it, and like I said, it makes my job easier. So, anyhow, Friday night in the shop. Hope I didn't ramble on too long, but sometimes the Tin Man does that. I like to tell you guys what I'm doing. This channel's always going to be more, it's entertaining, I hope, but I like to share information. I mean, I could just port these saws and put them in wood and be like bing bang boom, but that's not really my style. I think people need to get back to working with their hands and doing things the old school way. And what's more old school than porting a power saw? So I think the world needs to get back to that. That's just my thoughts, but it's fun. Building something with your hands and creating something like an engine or whatever, it feels good when you're done. To see, you know, every time I see my power saw run on Buchan's channel, or you know, Caleb has one of my power saws that milled that McCullough. Anytime I get a video of them doing work with one of my saws and it's just getting her done, that makes me feel good, guys. And that's what keeps me doing this. So, anyhow, as always, thanks for watching. Take her easy. I'll see you guys in a day or two. Later.